All right, hello my friends, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to take you along with me as I make this little accordion ephemera holder. Like so, where I am storing all of my current Tim Holtz ephemera. So yeah, let's get right into it. Okay, so for a little while I'll have this underneath because we're working with white, and we all know my camera does not like to show white. So the first thing that I'm gonna do, I have 10 of these here, and using my paper trimmer, I'm going to cut off this top part. If you don't want to cut it off, you could just glue it on the back, I guess. I mean, that would make it a little more sturdy, but we're going to be covering it anyway. So just line that up and cut those off. Then, using my walnut stain distress ink, I'm going to go through and I'm going to go around all of these edges and just darken those up. I want to do that before I put the paper on because I always cut the paper a little smaller, and if you wait until after you glue the paper down, it can leave like brighter white marks in between, which, I mean, it's a look. If that's something that you like, then absolutely go for it. So yeah, let me go ahead and do that off camera because it's going to take forever, and then I'll be right back with you. Okay, so as you can see, we have inked all around the edges, and I'll just quickly show you how I measure the papers to cover these. Okay, so I have here just some book pages. These are out of a, I think it was a Reader's Digest that I used the cover of the book for a journal cover. And quickly, I'm just gonna trim off this little edge here. Okay. And then I'll just lay the page down, keeping a little border around the edge of it, because I don't want the paper to go all the way to the edge. And then I'll mark, just eyeballing it, where I want to make those cuts. And here. And then put it back down. And mark here. So that will cover the back just like that. Now for this front part of the cover, what I'll do is put this in here and push down, make sure it's lined up, and then using my pencil, I'll just trace around the outside of the envelope. Doesn't need to be perfect. I just need a vague impression of where that is. And then I'll come around and I'll cut just on the inside of that, about the same amount of space that I was coming inside from the envelope, if that makes sense. So just like so. And then that fits on there just like so. Do the exact same thing for the inside here, except I'll cut the sheet in half because I don't need it to cover the whole thing. Okay, and then you can see this one will slip right in here like so. Now I'm going to go ahead and ink. I'm going to cut all of these out. I'm going to ink all of them up, and then I'm going to glue all of them down. And once that's done, I will be back with you for the next steps. Okay, so I have those all put together, and now what we're going to do, set that to the side. I did already start it because I thought I pressed record and apparently I didn't, but thankfully, thankfully I figured it out. So I did leave one of these blank on the back and one of them blank on the front because that is how it's going to get covered, basically. So what I'm doing is I'm just taking some of this linen tape from Tim Holtz, and I am just cutting off little strips. This part I think is completely unnecessary. I do not think that you need to do this at all, but I saw someone doing a binding this way and I thought it looked super cool, so I decided that I would also do that. So just make sure I'm doing it in the right direction here. So it'll go underneath. Let's flip her over. So I'm just gonna lay down 3, come on, 3 of these tapes. I forget where the first place I saw this is. Quite a few people have done it now. And I don't remember where I first saw it. So I have that, flip it back over and line it up with this here. And then what you do is I'm going to take these 2 here, which are attached to the other side of the other one, and fold them up. Fold them up. Yep. Then we'll grab another one, same thing. I'm just going to cut up 2 pieces of the tape. You could probably do this with washi tape too, but I don't know that that would be sticky enough. I've seen other people do it with paper and glue. And I'm just roughly lining that up with the 2 that I just folded over. And then the 3 that I put on the previous piece, I'm going to fold over like that. I'll do one more with you guys, and then I'll do the rest off camera. So this one will go back to 3 strips. Like so. There. Flip it back over. Line it up. And fold in those 2. Okay, so I'll go ahead and quickly finish that off camera, and then I'll be right back with you. Okay, so there we go. And that's what it looks like. So you'd get, if you did just this, you could have a little journal. But we're gonna do another step. So I'm gonna take some double-sided tape, and I'm gonna stick it down where this line from the envelope is. Just stick it down there. And let go. Right about there. And then I'm gonna put just a little piece in the center here, just to make sure it gets some really good grip. Like so. And then I'll fold this back over and give it a press down. So then you can see, I already did one of them, that it'll give us the little accordion kind of pockets. So I'll go ahead and do that with all the rest of these. And once that's done, I'll be back with you for the next step. Okay, so we've got that all put together. So you can see it does the accordion thing. And then I collected a couple of these pieces. I usually just do a whole bunch of these all at once, but so that we can put little tags on them. So I'll go ahead and quickly attach those. There's my glue. Okay, so that's done. I think it might be a little easier to put these on before you glue everything together. And I did make a small mistake here where I put 2 on the same one, but that's okay. I'll just use the front one for, the front, and then the back one for the back. And then this can go for the very last one. And that's actually probably okay because of the way things are gonna fold over later. So we're using this as ephemera storage. So what I'm going to do, also, if you're gonna write down labels, it's easier to do it before you attach it. But what I'm gonna do, because I've been using these tins to keep my stuff in, they're just too finicky and I don't really have anywhere to store them right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'll pull out one little piece of ephemera, and let's say this front pocket I want to do butterflies. I'm just going to attach that to the tab. I'm not going to worry about inking them up or anything because I think they'll look just fine the way they are. But so for each different kind of ephemera, I'm just going to come in and put down that. So then I'll know all my butterflies will go in this pocket. Make sense? Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. All right, what do we think? That's fun, right? So now we're gonna work on the cover. And I'm just quickly going to measure. So this is, so I'll need 6 inches by, let's see what sticks out the farthest, probably the butterfly. So that goes to 5, so 5 1/4. So I'm gonna cut some papers up really fast and then I'll be right back with you. Yep, that'll work. So I'm going to round these corners. So this is just 6 by 5 1/4. Make sure, so that's, this way is up. And then I'm gonna glue all of this down here. So not here, obviously, we'd lose that pocket, but, oh, did I wanna do, yeah, sorry. Lost my focus there for a second. I do want to ink around the edges of this. And I was actually thinking about backing this. Because I want it to be a little more sturdy. So I think I'm going to cut out the exact same size. Okay, so I remembered I didn't want to cover up this area, and I just fixed that by tearing along the edge here, and then inked up all the edges. I put everything in here so that I could kind of see how much space I needed to be able to close it, and really it's not, I mean, yeah, if I don't hold it, it bunches out like that, but if I put any pressure on it, it stays pretty well closed. So this was the other half of this paper that I used, and all I did was fold it in half and glue it down, and then I kind of eyeballed where to make the fold for it, but I'm out of this paper. No! Yeah, I'm out of that paper, so I can't make the closure with that. I can still use it as the backing, though, and I was thinking maybe, because I think that is enough, yeah. If I can squish it down like that, then that'll be enough for the little flap there, but we still need to bring something over, so maybe this, how would that look? Yeah, so I'll cut this down to 6 inches, which is how wide this is, with a little extra space for flipping over. Yeah, give me 1 second. Okay, so that should fit pretty well there. It's a little small, I guess, but it's fine. And then I just need to decide how far I want the flap to come over. Okay, let's see. It goes like that. This comes over like so. And I think I think I actually want to do the same thing I did here and rip this instead of like rounding the corners or anything. Just give it a... When the papers are doubled up like this, I just think it looks really nice. And we'll give that a bit of an inking. Like so. Yeah, I like that. Now I have to take everything back out. Oh, and just a little tip. If you have any of these little like jewelry bags, I put my really small stuff into those. So I have to bear with me. I've got to take everything back out. So just to give you a small idea of how much stuff I put in there, you can hold quite a bit in them. So I'll move these back off to the side. We'll glue down the back. And then we'll do our closure. So... I think to do the attachment, I think I'm just going to use some Velcro, but I have to put everything back in there first because I want it to sit where it will actually close correctly. And I'm wondering if I want to do anything else to it. All right, let me go ahead and fill this back up, and then we'll do the closure. Okay, so we got everything back in there. And yeah, that does help keep it a little steadier. So I have had these forever, and I've never used them. I don't even remember where I got them from, but we will use them today. Okay, I'll stick them together. And center there. Let go of my finger, please. Thank you. And then close this. And close this. And give it a good press down. Perfect. All right, so yeah, there we have it. It's pretty compact too, so if you wanted to, like, you know, take it out with you anywhere, you could. So we've got all our little pockets there with all of our little ephemeras and our cute little tags up here. Velcro enclosure. So that's what the spine ended up looking like after we filled it in. Again, that step totally unnecessary, just something I wanted to do. But yeah, there we have it. So I did put down the stuff that I have in this ephemera holder. So I have the field notes, number strips, and organic, as well as the field notes snippets. All Tim Holtz, so that's why Tim Holtz is there. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I think it's going to come in pretty handy instead of having, you know, each one of those pockets had its own little container that I was keeping everything in, and it's just taking up so much space. This is so much more compact. I mean, even if you just look at like 2 of them, saving tons of space. So now I get to find out something to do with these. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like down below. I did want to let you know that Monday I may not be doing a video. I have a ton of stuff I've got to get finished this week. I've got to get taxes done. I have to get everything ready and do a mock setup for my vendor event and a bunch of other stuff, getting, you know, my stuff ready for sale. So I may be able to do like a studio vlog or something. If that's something you guys are interested in, let me know down below. If not, then I'll probably just skip Monday's video and see you guys next Friday. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you next time. Bye.